We welcome you to San Jose City College for game number 2 of the Bellarmine football season, now ranked in the Bay Area News Group Top 25 after their 17-14 win over previous number 20 Menlo Atherton. They now take on a top 10 team in the McClymonds Warriors out of Oakland, the Oakland Athletic League champions year after year after year after year. They've won it 13 years in a row, that league, and a team that defeated Bellarmine in overtime last year. Hey, folks, Kevin Dan alongside Matthew Suh, class of 2024. I'm class of 2005, and so far, so good in the David Diaz and Fonte area, starting off with that win last Friday against the Bears of Menlo Atherton.
That win was huge and a huge momentum builder for the Bellarmine Bells, looking to build off of that win last week. Tonight, as you mentioned, McClymonds champions year after year after year with some big professional athletes, obviously. Marcus Peters, the cornerback for the Las Vegas Raiders, former cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens. And then also Bill Russell, the NBA star, and Paul Silas, the NBA star. So a lot of great athletes out of the school, great talent, a physical team, and we're looking for a battle tonight.
And that Peters name still around the program. His father, Marcus Peters' father, is the head coach, Michael Peters, in his 11th year. He has led McClymonds to 4 state titles since 2016, 5 regional championships. So the Warriors, even though they only have 29 players on their roster, they are the real deal.
They are. Looking for a great battle tonight. And we're just almost about ready to get it started here.
They are doing the coin toss. And McClymonds, I believe, won the toss, what we're hearing from Mr. McChrystal, a public address announcer. Longtime social studies, world cultures teacher. What's he teach these days?
He teaches a multitude of things. He teaches freshman history. He teaches European history. He teaches California history. So just a lot of different classes, but I know that a lot of people like him at Bellarmine. They respect him. They love the way he teaches, and he makes classes interesting.
But you got California history class at Bellarmine?
They do have
California. That did not exist when I was around.
They do have California history.
All right, so Bellarmine in blue, McClymonds in white, with the orange numbers. Mentioned last year was an overtime game. Game 2 of the season for Bellarmine. Game 1 for McClymonds last year. Much like this year, the Warriors have not played in 2023 yet. It was a 24-21 overtime win for Mac.
Yeah, and speaking to some Bellarmine players this week, Ramiro Rodriguez said, our game plan is to stop the run. That's their strongest attribute as a team. So Bellarmine really looking to emphasize early on with their defense stopping the run, because McClymonds loves to run. They're a physical team, and they know that they can win ball games if they win and beat you inside with the run.
Now, this is a team that they don't play every year in the non-conference, but it has been a somewhat regular foe. I think I was telling this story last week on the air. My first time on the Chain Gang was against McClymonds 21 years ago now or something like that. So this is a team that Bellarmine has faced throughout the years. So familiar, even though they don't have any 2023 game film on them, familiar with what makes them successful.
And Bellarmine actually just played McClymonds about exactly a year ago, September 3rd of 2022. In Oakland. This time McClymonds making the trip down to San Jose City College.
De facto home of Bellarmine football for quite some time. Really nice facility here. Those CCS playoff games, state playoff games from time to time. And Bells take the field first. They will be returning. Zane St. Laurent, Luca Pavone back deep for the Bells. Talking with David Diaz and Fonte earlier today, was mentioning his big takeaway from the game was there are teams that find a way to lose and teams that find a way to win, and right now we are a team that is learning how to win. They had a 17-0 lead against MA, got whittled down to 17-14, held on for that final score. Reese McKeever, 113 yards rushing. And said he has all the respect in the world for these Warriors of Mac.
It'll be interesting to see what Bellarmine does tonight. Obviously, Parker Threet not the sharpest throwing the football last week, and they just handed it off to McKeever the whole second half. He carried them through. the rest of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see what Bellarmine opts to do early on tonight and how they adjust throughout the game.
Isaac Espinoza will kick it away. He's also their backup quarterback for Jacob Wasso. They'll boot it away again. St. Laurent Bavone back deep for the Bells. So week 2 is about to get underway from San Jose City College. And ball up in the air, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Bells from the 20. So you mentioned, Matthew, that it was not the cleanest performance for Parker Threaton. I was asking about some of the offensive struggles. David Diaz-Infante saying, we got to do a better job of getting the ball to our playmakers early. And he said, Parker Threaton needs to get a little lather going, and helping him out would be running the football. If they can get the run game established early. Took till the second half last time. If they can establish it in the first half, that would be a big benefit to the passing game as well. Flores and McKeever in the backfield alongside 3 out of the gun. 1st and 10, here we go. Screen toss dropped. I like the idea to McKeever get Threaton early completion, an easy completion. Of course, the pass was dropped, so it didn't work out like that. But yeah, you see what they were setting up.
Just a little careless mistake right there. Maybe a little jitters, little nervousness to open up the game, knowing that that first pass is coming to you. But McKeever's got to clean some of those mistakes up. And he had a few fumbles last week, but luckily not a lot of them were turned over.
Empty set here, going 5 wide. Fuqua in the slot. St. Laurent out wide to the near side. Bavone in motion. It's going to be a keeper for 3, and he is wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. Doing a nice job bringing him down for Mac High is Jawan Hudson, the senior linebacker, 5'10", 200.
Yeah, that was a nice little a read option play right there for Threat and Bavone, kind of reading the defense and trying to get Threat going rushing-wise. And looks like they're going to go hurry-up offense right here.
4 receivers this time. McKeever alongside Threat out of the gun. On 3rd and 10, they need the 30. And defense has him hemmed up, and he is sacked for a big loss. Credit to Troy Hill and Charles Adams for the sack. And the Bells will go 3 and out on their first possession. That's going to be a loss of about 8 or 9 yards. Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 11, a loss of 9 on the sack.
Yeah, not how you'd like to open up the game. You'd like to start with a big bang or at least put some points on the board. But Bellarmine's got a great defense. Noel Diaz, a much improved defense from last year. And so looking to get a quick stop and give the ball back to Threat and the offense.
Connor Tripp, who cramped up last Friday, was told by Coach Diaz-Infante that he's good to go. You see him, he's punting here, staying inside his own end zone. It's a good snap, boots it away. Return from the 45 and room to roam. Tajir Golden stood up, but does take it inside the 35, a return of about 11 yards. Golden, a very good athlete, and Mac High is in business here.
And that play by Golden right there is what you're going to see throughout the game. A very physical offense, physical defense. That's our emphasis as a team. So they're going to be aggressive throughout the night and really show that aggressiveness.
And their head coach is Michael Peters in his 11th season. His son, Marcus Peters, longtime NFL cornerback. He's at Washington before that, the Huskies. Shout out to Danny Williams, former Bell, who's now at Washington. Class of 22, I want to say. All right, so Jacob Wasso, I formation. This is a team that likes to run. Got a guy in motion. Be a handoff to the deep back. That's Tajir Golden running off right tackle, and he's going to get a good gain before he runs into Nico Tatum and company. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain for Golden.
And that's what McClymonds likes to do as an offense. They like to run. They're going to run the ball, and I think Bellarmine knows that on their side of the ball as well. So they're just trying to stuff that gap and make sure that they stop Golden from getting any extra yards.
Golden, the deep back, Puamau, also in the backfield. Now he's in motion. Lined up as a receiver. It's Golden again. He's got the first down, forging forward. That offensive line's getting a great push up front for the Warriors.
just seems like a Cleveland Browns type of offensive line, getting that surge and getting that push forward and opening up the lanes for the running back, Tajir Golden. And he's just sneaking right past the defenders right there.
Yeah, so far, so good for the Warriors. We've played about 2.5 minutes. We'll credit that offensive line as we go on. We can let you know their center, number 55, Keon Quinney, been a big part of that O-line thus far. Puamau in motion one more time. They're going to hand it off to Golden again. This time he goes up the gut and finds a way to fall forward inside the 20. Looked like that was going to be close to no gain. He's going to get 6 yards out of that.
That's great. Yeah. Good tackle by Noel Diaz, though, making sure that Golden couldn't get any more yards on that play. But he just keeps fighting.
It turned out to be a 5-yard gain. They spotted at the 18, and looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Mac. So 8:54 to go first quarter, and so far not so good for the Bells, Matthew.
Yeah, McClymonds just sticking to their script of run plays and trying to force the ball down Bellarmine's throat, and they're trying to see how Bellarmine will respond, and obviously Bellarmine has not been able to respond to their aggressive and physical run game so far tonight.
Kevin Danny, Matthew Suh with you. Behind the scenes, we got Andrew Enriquez, our technical director, and Owen Simon on camera. Class of 2024 for both of them, along with Matthew Suh. Kevin Danny, class of 05 with you here. Game 2 of the David Diaz Infante era here at Bellarmine. Bells 1-0. McClymonds, this is their lid lifter here in 2023. All right, out of the timeout. Here we go. Sharky Tamale, the fullback, in the offset eye. Handoff Golden again. Met in the backfield. There's Nico Tate. No, excuse me. Big play there made by Henry Clark. I saw the 4. I didn't see the 5. Henry Clark, having a party in the backfield.
It's a huge play, and that's how you want to play as a defense, and that's probably what they talked about in their short timeout. Henry Clark coming off the edge right there and making sure that Golden just gets stuffed at the line.
Brings up a 3rd and 6.
Loss of 1 on the play. That's a huge play,
Yeah.
especially down here towards the red zone.
Because the first 3 plays have gone 5 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards. Been just good yardage on the ground. Now kind of puts them behind the sticks a little bit. See if it forces Mackay into a passing situation. It's going to be a toss out to Golden. He's got one guy to beat. Great cut. And then gets tripped up just before the line to gain, it looks like. On the tackle there for the Bells, number 21, Kieran Lee, coming down from his safety spot. Looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1. Doesn't look like much of a decision here for Coach Michael Peters. They're going for it.
It's a great play by Kieran Lee, super fast coming out of that safety position and making sure he gets that crucial stop.
Oh, Wasso drops the snap, looking to forge forward, and I'm not sure he got it. Let's see where they spot this football. This could be close. It might not even be that close. Bellarmine sideline erupting in cheers. They think they got 1st and 10. It's not official yet.
Looked like
and now it is. A huge stop on 4th down for the Bellarmine defense.
Just looked like maybe the center and the quarterback Wasso had a little bit of miscommunication on that fumbled snap, and timing was a little off right there.
So the Bells will have it 1st and 10 from their own 14. Now they lost 9 yards on their first drive. See if things can work out better this time around. Pistol set, McKeever behind 3. 7.5 to play first quarter. 3 on the handoff. McKeever, his first carry, is maybe going to get 1. Good surge up front by that McClymonds defensive line. And will be a 1-yard gain for Reese, who went for 113 yards on 29 carries last week, getting 103 of those yards in the second half.
And that defensive front, the defensive 4 from McClymonds, very solid, very physical. And they're going to give the quarterback and the offensive line for Bellarmine a troubles all night tonight.
Bennett Anderson at left tackle, Tom Riley at left guard. Nolan Keith at center, number 53. Give you the rest of the offensive line later. 3 on 2nd and 9. Back to pass this time. Blitz up the middle. Oh, little Parker magic there. Just got it out of his hands to Reese McKeever. Are they going to say he's down? Actually, they're going to say he's down for a sack. So, a cheeky play there, but it is going to be a loss of yardage, and it's going to be let's see, they're going to be back to the 12, so a loss of 3 for Mr. 3.
Yeah, Bellarmine just not time in the pocket there. Pocket collapsing very quickly, forcing him to scramble and make that crazy pass, but
Pellegrino
down.
And Johnston, the other 2 offensive linemen on the, I guess that would be the right side of the line. So here's 3. Toss is dropped by Grizel, and look, Parker 3-0 for 2, but he's not getting any help from his receivers right now.
Yeah, he's made some great throws, very accurate throws on the money, and the receivers have been there, just not quite able to corral those passes by him. 2 easy passes, and unfortunately, 2 incompletions.
2 drives, 2 3-and-outs, 2 drives that finish at the Bellarmine 11-yard line. So again, Connor Tripp will be punting from inside his own end zone with 5:56 to go. Good snap. Flag is down. Good high boot. It's going to be fair caught by Golden. Ooh, had a little bit of trouble with that at about the 48. But let's see what this flag is all about. It was thrown right at the line of scrimmage. So hold your horses. This might be going against the Bells. And yeah, pre-snap penalty on Bellarmine. Legal motion. And if I'm McClymonds, I have them kick it again. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Now they're going to have to kick it from about the 6. First punt went for about 34 yards for Tripp. That one went 37 or so.
Bellarmine trying to get another quick stop on defense and then come back and give it another go on offense.
Let's see if the Warriors bring the house here. Now Tripp's going to be punting deep inside his own end zone.
He's going to have to get it out quick.
Yeah. 5:49 to go now. An 11th Warrior trotting on to the field.
Golden, the punt returner on this punt.
Showed off some of that athleticism. Good snap again. This punt, a little wobbly. It's going to take a bit of a Bellarmine bounce. All things considered, that penalty doesn't harm them too much. It's about +4 of yardage. 38-yard punt, no return. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Bellarmine 44 instead of from the Bellarmine 48. We got 5:43 to go. Now, what's going to be key for this defensive series for the Bells, Matthew?
They really got to emphasize that interior line. The front 4, the front 3, they got to make sure that they're able to stop the run and beat the offensive line, the battle of the trenches. If you win that, you can get to the running back and you can stop him instead of letting him go through for a couple of yards.
All right, back out of the eye. Receiver poo him out. It's going to be a handoff to Golden again. Gets some good blocking, staying on his feet. He's got a first down. Eventually gets tripped up by Declan Tejada. But that's not before a gain of about 12 or so. Be 1st and 10 from the Bellarmine 32. And Golden just keeps on ticking. Unofficially 32 yards on 6 carries. More than 5 per.
Just some great blocks by the offensive line here for McClymonds.
Golden slipped. And he just lost his footing there. Bellarmine a little fortunate. It's a loss of 1.
So McClymonds showing that they want to run the ball early and just pounding the rock with
Golden.
Golden.
He's been the outside of the fumbled snap by Wasso. It looked like it was going to be a sneak. It has been Golden every time. Golden again. No bones about it. He's gone. Inside the 10, inside the 5, as he gets into the end zone. A 33-yard rushing touchdown for Tajir Golden. And the Warriors strike first with 5 minutes to go in the opening frame.
And that's just what McClymonds does best. That's what Golden does best. Golden, known for running up the middle, likes to run up the gut on a lot of those plays. Found a seam and took that one to the house.
6-0 Warriors.
One of McClymonds' best players on offense this season, the senior Tajir Golden. 5'9", 170 pounds.
I was reading the Bay Area News Group preview on the Warriors, saying that he is converting to running back this year, Tajir Golden. So, so far so good for Mr. Golden. Low snap. Espinoza is going to be able to boot it through, however. Nice job by the holder, Wasso, there. Let's correct that snap, and it's 7-0 Mac High. Well, Bellarmine doesn't need to score on this possession, but they need to get into a rhythm offensively, Matthew.
That's very true. I think they need to get into a rhythm offensively. And for Bellarmine, that just could be an easy screen pass. It could be a quick run, 10-yard gain. You want to get something going for Bellarmine.
Espinosa getting ready to boot it away. The sun creeping through the clouds a little bit. We have reached the magic hour this Labor Day weekend.
69 degrees here at San Jose City College.
Bad. Not bad at all. Feeling
on the first day of
real
September.
Swell. Yeah. A beautiful night for football.
I think Bellarmine needs to get a first down first tonight.
Agreed.
Once
Mr.
you get that first down, then you can establish some momentum. You get into a little rhythm, and you go from there.
Yeah, the one positive, and I'll get into this after the kickoff here from Isaac Espinoza. He got quite the leg. He's good from 50. What Darren Sabedro was saying in the preview of the Bay Area News Group, he is here tonight. Veteran high school sports reporter. But the good thing that you can take away from last week is that this is basically how Bellarmine's offense started last week against Menlo Atherton. The only difference was they had great field position. Maybe they got a first down or two. Actually, no, they didn't. They had negative yardage in the first half, but maybe a 5-yard run, 6-yard run here or there. So, and then in the second half, they really got it going. So they have confidence that they can bounce back from a slow start offensively, because they did it last week against a very good Menlo Atherton team. Now they're playing from behind for the first time this year. Under center this time, Parker 3. It's going to hand it off McKeever, and nowhere to go. Blowing that up is number 55, Keon Quinney, their center, defensive interior lineman. A great job. Got some help as a couple other hats rallied to the football, but that was all Keon Quinney right there.
And Quinney on the offensive line just breaking down. Quinney and the defensive line for McClymonds just breaking down the offensive line for Bellarmine and penetrating that offensive line, getting to the running back quickly. So Bellarmine's going to have to navigate their way around Keon Quinney.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun now. 3 wide receivers, tight end, 11 personnel. St. Laurent in motion. Kind of a jump pass to St. Laurent looking for the edge. And he'll get a couple, but the Warriors defense really rallying to the football, making the stop there. Number 32, Jamil Shelby, their linebacker.
And you can see Bellarmine starting to get a little creative on offense, just trying to get some momentum, some positive yardage, and get the first down there, trying with the jet sweep to Zane St. Laurent. But unfortunately not able to get much yards on that play.
Technically a pass. So it's going to go as a 1-yard reception for Zane. Brings up 3rd and 9. This is the furthest downfield they have forayed. The
Yeah.
21.
They're going empty backfield here.
Yes, they are 5 wide for Parker Threet. Back to pass. Threet, pressure in his face, and he's going to go down. Does well to hold on to the football.
Wow.
But again, Keon Quinney, they're also in on the stop. 52, Charles Adams, and a big loss. They're going to say officially an 8-yard loss. Could have been much worse.
McClymonds just bringing that pressure tonight on third down, and Threet not even having any time to get his reads and progressions through. And you talked about it, number 52, Charles Adams, and 55, Keon Quinney. They're going to be a headache for Bellarmine tonight.
That they are, Matthew. Low punt, but it's going to take a nice bounce. Golden takes it very well on the hop, gets a block, and he's off again. Tajir Golden, slipped. Now, this might be coming back a bit. There's a flag down in the area of a hold, and Connor Tripp is down and writhing in pain.
This is not good.
This does not look like a cramp.
Looked like a late hit from one of the McClymonds defenders.
Yeah, it's a personal foul on McClymonds. So Bellarmine's going to keep the football, I believe. We'll see. But big loss if Connor Tripp cannot continue. 55-yarder last week against Menlo Atherton. One of the top kickers in the country, top 30 nationally. Figures to be a Division I player next year. Collegiate level. Senior Connor Tripp.
This looks like he was limping off there a little bit.
Yeah, so we wish him the best. It will be a first down for Bellarmine, but it comes at quite the cost if Connor Tripp cannot continue.
So McClymonds on offense again. Tajir Golden, the Golden running back on their offense.
So
looking for the golden opportunity.
He'll have to wait a little bit because of that penalty. Bells have it 1st and 10 from the 28. Hand off to McKeever. Nowhere to go. I mean, the defensive line is on fire. And that time, Troy Hill there, along with Charles Adams, a name that we've called a few times.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle of the trenches game tonight, and it's going to be who steps up, the offensive line or the defensive line. And so far tonight, it's been McClymonds on defense, their interior 4.
3 carries, 1 yard unofficially for Reese McKeever. 2nd and 10 from 28. Bit of a high snap. Handoff, though. McKeever, he finally has some room. He's going to burrow his way to the 35. Gain of 7. It's the longest play of the day for the Bells thus far.
And there's head coach David Diaz-Infante getting creative again, creating that run to the outside and getting spreading the defense out a little bit.
Going to move the ball back a yard, so it'll be a gain of 6, 3rd and 4. But 3rd and 4, a lot more manageable, and a lot more things you could do with Parker Threet here.
And this is a crucial 3rd down. You really want to get the 1st down here. Keep the chains going.
It's an aggressive defense. If you can kind of get past that defensive line, the first level. And, I think McClymonds moved first. Yeah, it's going to be an offside. 2nd penalty that's going to give the Bells a 1st down on this drive. It was 3rd and 4, 5-yard penalty, make it 1st and 10. Ball at the 39. The Bells keep on surging towards midfield.
You could tell McClymonds was a little jumpy right there on the 3rd down. Trying to rush the quarterback.
That's the thing. David Diaz-Infante wants to take advantage of that aggressiveness on the McClymonds side of the football. McKeever, the deep back for Parker 3. Under center this time. Handoff, McKeever. Get a small gain this time before running into Shelby. Like he'll get a couple, maybe 3. They're going to spot the rock. Yeah, 42, gain of 3 for Reese McKeever, and what will be the last play of the first quarter. So 12 minutes in the books. McClymonds 7, Bellarmine nothing. We'll take a break. Come on back with the second quarter here on the Bellarmine YouTube page. Getting ready to start the second quarter. We're just talking off air about this McClymonds defensive line, how impressive they've been. And Charles Adams, Deron Morris up front has been big. They also got Troy Hill as an edge rusher. And here we go, 2nd and 7 from the 42. Grizel, I think that's an incomplete pass. Now it's recovered by Bellarmine. I thought that was kind of a pop pass. They're going to call it a fumble, and that actually works out to Bellarmine's advantage to the tune of 2 yards for Grizel.
Just a little sloppy on offense tonight, and obviously last game with multiple fumbles, but you want to clean those up as the season goes on and learn from these mistakes, but looks like just a little timing was a little off on that one.
So here we go. 3rd and 5 from the 44. Pistol formation for the Bells.
Want to watch that blitz.
Yeah, they're coming. Oh, and again. That time it's Jamil Shelby trying to time up the snap count. And again, this is an aggressive defense. When they stay assignment sound, whew, Mac is tough. But that's their 3rd penalty that is going to give Bellarmine a first down. The Bells have 3 first downs in this game, and they're all on Warriors penalties.
I think David Diaz-Infante could sense the pressure coming from McClymonds and told 3, hey, just snap count a few times, see if they jump, and if they don't, then you run a play. But in that case, they jumped and worked out in the Bells' favor.
Well, Bells close to the plus side of the field. They're at their own 49. Luca Pavone going to check in. Christian Duarte going to go back to that Bellarmine sideline. Students filling out the student section nicely here. A little more than a minute gone by in the second quarter. Read out of the gun. Back to pass. Parker, one-on-one coverage. Lofts it beautifully and just through the hands of his intended target. Going to be an incomplete pass to Zane St. Laurent. Maybe just a little bit outside of his outstretched arms there. Incomplete pass. Great idea on the single coverage there on the outside.
Great play design, great play call, great coverage by McClymonds. Step for step with Zane St. Laurent. As you mentioned, the ball just a little out of reach, but I like the idea.
Our 2nd and 10 from the 49. 10:43 to go here in the second quarter. The shot play didn't quite work out. 4 wide this time. That is a run for McKeever. That was toss behind the line of scrimmage, but Reese will get into Warrior territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on what officially is a running play. It was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the MAC 49.
Bellarmine's offense starting off a little inefficient tonight, just trying to get every single yard that they can, but going to have to get a first down here on 3rd and 8.
At the very least, they flipped the field with these 3 first downs. But looking for more, obviously. Linebacker blitz rolling out near side. Threet has his man, just threw it a little wide of him as he was looking for Fuqua. Not the best throw there from Parker Threet. And it brings up a 4th and 8.
Yeah, and trying to get Parker to the outside was a great play design by the coaches. They knew that McClymonds was going to blitz and bring pressure, and so they're trying to get him outside of the pocket, throw on the run, and just a little bit outside of Joe Fuqua's hands tonight.
Well, here's a good sign. Connor Tripp's going to punt. You're concerned after the way he limped off the field after the running into the kicker earlier. The first quarter. Off a line drive's going to hop out a play inside the 20, so he'll get an inside the 20 stat here, but probably would have wanted a little more yardage. See where they're going to spot this. Probably around the 17 or something, I believe. It was a lot of Tajir Golden the last time the Warriors had the football. I imagine, Matthew, it's going to be more of the same.
I think they're going to stick with the same recipe because when it works, why not just turn right back to it? And for McClymonds and Tajir Golden, the run game seems to be working perfectly fine tonight.
Actually, Golden is not in the backfield right now. Puamau in motion, high snap. Oh, he's going to keep it, Jacob Wasso. Wasso is going to get a nice gain there as he bounced it to the outside before running into Jacob Tatum.
And Wasso staying patient right there, just following his blockers, picking his holes, and able to get a few yards out of what could have been a negative play.
See where they spot the football, but they're going to be on schedule offensively. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-yard gain here for Mr. Wasso. 2nd and 4 for Mac High. Again out of the pistol, another high snap. He's going to keep it. Aguilar got blocked there pretty nicely. Nico Tatum's going to make the stop just shy of the line to gain a 3-yard rush there for Wasso. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
And what I've heard from Bellarmine is that Wasso gravitates towards the deep ball, but he likes to scramble too. And so we're seeing a couple of design run plays for Wasso here and getting some yardage out of that.
Tajir Golden got a couple of plays off, but he's out on the field for 3rd and 1.
You want to really stack the box here if you're Bellarmine.
Sharky Tamale, the fullback. And it's going to go to Golden, trying to bounce it to the outside. Nothing doing. The Bells get into the backfield. Jacob Tatum there, along with some others. Ben Coulter getting into the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1, and the Warriors are going to have to punt. Big stop for that Bellarmine defense to get the 3 and out.
It's a huge stop right there on 3rd and 1. You know, they knew the run was coming. They stacked the box, and Tatum came flying out from the defensive end position and got Golden in the backfield.
So 2 guys back deep. St. Laurent and Bavone. Espinoza will punt it away from the 25. Oh, kind of a lofted snap, but a beautiful punt. It's going to be fair caught. Oh, fumbled. St. Laurent is going to be able to hop back on it. But a great punt there, 40 yards, no return. Espinoza has shown off a nice boot today. A couple of touchbacks and that punt.
A great punt by their punter from McClymonds.
$7:45 to go, second quarter. Bellarmine getting 3 first downs last time they had it. That being said, they were all because of McClymonds' penalties. So see if they get a first down on their own volition in this series. Reed, who had a 23-yard rushing touchdown last week against Menlo Atherton. Out of the gun, he's taken 2 snaps under center so far today. Brazil in motion, handoff McKeever, and again, that is just great work by that defensive line, and that was Deron Morris along with Sharky Tamale that time for a 1-yard loss.
And McClymonds' defensive front is just acting as a wall right now, and nothing's getting by it. So Bellarmine's going to have to get creative here on offense, maybe some runs to the outside, quick passes, some screens against this very aggressive McClymonds defense.
Duarte rushing off the field, not included in this package. Pressure up the middle, and I think this time it's a false start. You see Bellarmine, reacting to the A-gap blitz. That was number 44, Jawan Hudson, a linebacker that was going to come right up the middle, and it looked like he was going to be unblocked. Yeah, I think that penalty might not be the worst thing for Bellarmine. That could have been a disastrous play. 2nd and 16 now.
On Bellarmine, I'm looking to pass the ball here. Try and get some chunk yardage play. Maybe a screen, quick screen.
Yeah.
Get some yardage back. Set you up for a 3rd and medium, 3rd and short.
Breed going to take off, and he has nowhere to go. Tamale there, and then gets finished off up top by Charles Adams or Jamil Shelby. It was 32 Shelby, but Tamale the first guy there, and it's going to be a loss of 2.
Bellarmine's offensive line just getting overpowered by McClymonds' defense tonight, and given no time in the pocket whatsoever to make any reads downfield.
Actually, just a loss of 1. It's 3rd and 17 from the 28. What has been an offensive struggle for the Bells. Three gets a block, trying to throw on the run, looking downfield, throws over the middle, has his man, it's caught, and they have a first down. Luca Pavone into plus territory, and a flag after the play. We'll see what this is about. This might be a personal foul. Not quite sure what, but as of now, a huge play for the Bells. That's going about 30 yards.
And that play was what Bellarmine needed, the spark in this offense, and that's what Parker 3 can do. Parker magic right there, running to the outside, and right before he took a step out of bounds, he fired downfield to Luca Pavone, the junior wide receiver for Bellarmine.
Oh, well, let's see. So it's holding. I think it's late. And then a personal foul on McClymonds.
See if those penalties cancel out.
So yeah, how are they going to administer this? Everyone's walking back. Well, that wipes off a huge play.
That's huge for McClymonds because Bellarmine looked like they're reignited. They were themselves after that play, celebrating, the fans on their feet, energized and excited. And now everyone kind of just sitting back down. Looks like it will still be 3rd down for Bellarmine.
5:23 on the clock. Explanation was given to Michael Peters, the head coach, who contemplated not returning this year. His mother unfortunately passed away. last year. He's thinking about taking some time away. Did come back for an 11th season. Worked wonders with this program. Been there for more than 30 years, including a 22-year stint as an assistant coach. So it's going to be a repeat of third down, except they moved the ball to the 32. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 after all that. Basically, it was a 10-yard penalty against Bellarmine, 15-yard penalty, so you move it up 5. Should have been to the 33, but whatever. Here we go. 3. Tries to juke one defender, Troy Hill, in his grill. Troy Hill is going to make him just kind of throw that one away to Duarte. And they throw a flag at the end of the play.
I think that might have been taunting by McClymonds. I saw the defender who threw 3 down at the end kind of clapped over him and
that would
stared him
be
down.
A horrendous penalty on McClymonds if that's the case. This has not been a clean game both ways. Now they're going to pick up the flag. It's going to be 4th down. So after all that, the Bells will punt. 5:04 to go, like the New Orleans area code here in the second quarter.
And Bellarmine's still in this game, just down by 1 score, 7-0. All they need to do is put some points on the board or get into the red zone and get that momentum going.
Yeah. Could have had it on that 32-yard pass play to Pavone, but it was wiped off because of the holding. Trip, nice punt this time. Golden's going to return it from the 28. And he'll take it up to the 34, 6-yard return after a 40-yard punt. Sweeney on the special teams tackle. Haven't called Jack Sweeney's name out yet this year. Junior, 5'10", $155. Offensively a receiver, defensively a safety. Gets the special teams tackle.
And Bellarmine's offense, right after coming off the field, went straight to the TV to look at what they need to improve on in their next set on the field.
All right, so Golden back out there alongside Wasso in the gun. 4 wide receiver set. I think first time we've seen a 4 wide set from McClymonds tonight. And Wasso's going to throw. Screen toss is complete out to the far side, but nowhere to go. Nice tackle on the play getting up. That is Jacob Tatum on the toss out. Number 9, Rajon Duncan.
Rajon Duncan, the wide receiver for McClymonds, sophomore season, 6 foot 1 inch and 175 pounds. They tried to get the quick screen pass to Rajon, but nothing there for McClymonds.
2nd and 10, 35-yard line. Wasso's going to keep it this time. Escapes a couple of tacklers. He's broken 4 tackles on this run before he finally gets tripped up by Jacob Tatum, but not before a 14-yard run. I mean, when he tucks the football and run, he does not look like a quarterback. He almost looks like a fullback of the Mike Allstott vein.
He's just so shifty and so patient in the backfield. He's not explosive. He's not super fast, but he follows his blockers, and he's very shifty, very quick, very lean, and able to get the first down on that play.
Not easy to bring down. He is a strong dude. Wasso listed at 5'10", 185. He looks bigger than that. Wasso hands it off to Golden. Oh, just slips out of a tackle, and he's going to have close to another first down before he runs into DJ Dunn and Jacob Tatum. They're going to move the change. Yes, it'll be a 10-yard run for Tajir Golden, actually an 11-yard run.
Golden looked like he was going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage, but spinning his way out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage and just coming downfield, get the first down. And another rushing first down for McClymonds.
Spot the ball at the 41. Wasso back to pass. Flag is down. Pre-snap penalty going against McClymonds. It's going to be a false start. So another penalty on Mac.
And that's surely going to help Bellarmine's defense right there. 5-yard penalty on the play.
1st and 15. 3:30, clock running. And now Mackay's going to have to call a timeout. Charles Adams was the 5th offensive lineman, except he was about 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Had a bit of a mix-up there.
Bellarmine still has all 3 of their timeouts here in the second quarter. So that could be an advantage they have as the game comes down towards the wire in the first half.
McClymonds 1 timeout left.
And if you're Bellarmine, you'd like to have at least one more shot at putting some points on the board before halftime.
Yep. 3, you will have plenty of time if you get, I mean, it's if you get the third, if you stop them before another, you stop them in these next 3 plays, I should say. Well, here we go. 1st and 15 from the 46 out of the timeout. Max still has 1 stoppage at their disposal. 4 wide. Also, good snap. Pressure comes. Screen toss set up beautifully. Golden gets tripped up, and that is a huge tackle by DJ Dunn because if Golden breaks that tackle, it's going to be a big gainer.
That's a huge play by Devin Dunn coming flying out from that safety position. Tracking Golden the whole time out of the backfield. Saw Golden kind of staying around the backfield and then sneaking out for the screen. And making sure he didn't get a single yard on the play.
2nd and 15 from the 46, clock ticking inside 3 minutes. Trips to the far side. And that's going to be offside on Tatum. Went too soon. Okay. Another penalty against the Bells. They're 3rd unofficially for 20 yards. 5 penalties on the Warriors for 45 by our counting. Don't take it as gospel, though. Second and 10 from the 41. Clock running inside 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Wasso's going to run near side. Takes Nico Tatum for a ride. And then another
taunting penalty.
Post-play flag.
Coach is not going to be happy about that one from McClymonds.
And Wasso's hurt. And that is not good. Their starting quarterback kind of holding his left leg. It was a 6-yard run. And then a flag came after.
I believe it was on number 51 for McClymonds, Koi Tayese.
Called his name yet, Koi Tayese. A sophomore, 6'3", 290, big kid.
Looked like he shoved number 74 on Bellarmine, Tom Riley, to the ground and then stood over him. So it's like the refs are going to call that on.
Oh, they're actually going to call. Yeah, and so a hit to the head, hit to the helmet on against Bellarmine, and then unsportsmanlike against McClymonds. So flags both ways. And we'll see how Wasso's doing, but not a good sign. They have the training staff looking at him right now. A lot of these guys familiar with each other from last year's game. Sir, you asked the Bells, they should have won that in their minds. McClymonds looking to make it 2-0 in as many years against the Bells.
Very close game last year, coming down to the wire, and Bellarmine just couldn't come out with the win. McClymonds walking it off with a field goal.
Yeah. I was asking David Diaz and Fonte. He was saying the biggest foe for Bellarmine in that game was the Bellarmine Bells. Said looking back at the film, they kind of shot themselves in the foot in that one. So good to see Wasso kind of trot off the field more or less under his own power. Isaac Espinoza is the listed backup quarterback, the only other listed quarterback on the roster that's on max preps. You imagine he would be the one and taking the snaps now. And in their pregame warm-ups, it was only him and Wasso who were warming up as quarterbacks, warming up the throw. So it will be Espinoza.
And you'd have to assume that McClymonds is going to try and get Espinoza acclimated to that quarterback position by, calling a few run plays, trying to get him comfortable.
I will say this about this officiating crew. It seems as if it takes them a while to spot the football. They quickly forget where it's supposed to be. After those two penalties, it is going to be first down from the 32.
Looks like the Bellarmine athletic trainer going over to McClymonds' sideline. Check on Wasso. We hope he's okay.
All right, let's get back to some football. And here we go. Trips to the far side. Espinoza screen toss, Golden, and he has blockers. He's got space, and he's close to a first down.
Great play design. Quick pass to the outside. Easy throw. Shallow depth of target. And you get the ball quickly out of Espinoza's hands so he doesn't have to think too much.
Yep. That's good. Good analysis right there. Good play. Get him some confidence. 9-yard completion. 2nd and 1. Handoff Tamale. Sharky Tamale. Tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. I'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
1:30 left on the clock here. McClymonds saving that last timeout in case they need it for a field goal attempt.
Trips near side, or far side, I should say. Deep back is Tamale in the pistol. Guy in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Sharky Tamale. He's got the first down, and then some. Be a 4-yard gain for Sharky. He gets tripped up at the 20.
Yeah, it looked like Tamale could have gone a little bit more, but got tripped up by one of the Bellarmine defenders. And still going to get the first down for McClymonds, but the clock is ticking.
And McClymonds is more than happy with this. They don't want Bellarmine touching the football before halftime. South of 60 seconds now. Bellarmine does have 3 timeouts if they want to stop it. Molly on the pistol. Go, not on the same page. He was looking for the end zone fade. And Rajon Duncan looking back to the sideline. He ran a stop route.
Yeah, it looked like he ran a little hitch route, little comeback route, and Espinoza just thought he was going to keep going and fade to the end zone, just lobbing it up. So that does stop the clock here.
44 seconds. Yeah, he kind of stopped at the sticks for first down. And that pass sailed into the end zone, incomplete. The 2nd and 10 here. Espinoza. Shotgun snap, pistol snap, I should say. Screen toss, Golden. Might have gotten slowed up by one of his own teammates. Still is able to get the first down inside the 10. Will bring up 1st and goal from the 7, 13 yards. He ran into the back of one of his teammates. That kind of slowed him up. Otherwise, I think he might have pranced into the end zone.
It's a great pass by Espinoza. Just kind of whips it to Golden on the screen.
So, timeout called by Bellarmine with 28 seconds to go. And just kind of get all your ducks in a row.
This could be a crucial stop here.
Yeah, keep them out of the end zone. Keep this to 10-0's a lot better than 14-0. They want to move the clock up to 38 seconds. There we go.
Bellarmine looking for a crucial stop right here. It now looks like a quick huddle by McClymonds.
So here we go. 1st and goal from the 7. Golden, the deep back. High formation. Handoff, Tajir Golden up the middle. And he burrows his way towards the end zone. He's going to be a yard shy, it looks like. Maybe 2. And timeout going to be called by McClymonds, it looks like. Ball spotted at the 2, gain of 5.
You can see Golden just plunging his way forward, following his offensive line, leaning into it, and couldn't get the touchdown there.
Well, here's the thing. If you run, Matthew, you better put it in the end zone. No timeouts, 26 seconds ago. You could probably run one more play, but it would be hectic.
And that's exactly what I was thinking when they used their last timeout right there. Looks like it is probably going to be a run by McClymonds here. But who knows?
Yeah, 7 linemen in there. Well, actually 8. Here we go. Oh, Espinoza. I think he might be in. He is. And that offensive line is doing work for the Warriors. Just went over left guard and stumbled into the end zone. 2-yard rushing touchdown there for the backup quarterback. Isaac Espinoza makes it 13-0 McClymonds.
All Espinoza having to do is snap the ball, hold it, and follow your blockers. Just lean forward, dive into the end zone, and he kind of crossed the line there at the very end, getting the touchdown for McClymonds.
And now he'll kick the extra point.
Kicker, punter, and backup quarterback. Isaac Espinoza.
Kick is up, nearly blocked, but he is able to boot it through. Wasso had to do holding duties, and you can see he is not right. He's limping off the field. But when you only have 29 players on your roster, if you're only hurt and not injured, you got to go out there. So good to see him back on the field. Not good to see him limp, but then we'll send a plethora of students to the snack shack here with 22 seconds to go. I think they're assuming a kneel down here for Bellarmine offense. What would you do with 20-ish seconds and 2 timeouts, and you haven't been able to do much of anything offensively?
No, it's tough because you kind of want to go into the second half with some momentum behind you. But with 22 seconds, 2 timeouts, you're down 2 scores. I think I would play it conservative here, play it safe, and take the knee. And just a reminder that at halftime, Ben Pfaff, Brandon Brock, and Nate Escalada will be up here in the booth. Former Bellarmine Bells from the football team last year.
We'll take a quick break, then get them on.
See what Bellarmine does here.
So that'll go through the end zone. Touchback, 22 seconds left.
Espinoza's got a great leg.
He does.
3 touchbacks, 3 or 4 touchbacks for Bellarmine.
And
off of Espinoza's kicks.
Yeah, Bay Area News Group reporting he has a 50-yard field goal range. But he hit like a 53, 54-yarder last year. And, judging by his kickoffs, that looks pretty legit.
We shall see in the second half if he's got the arm to play quarterback.
Long of 53 last year.
Definitely has the leg.
What could be the last play of the half right here for Parker 3 in this Bellarmine offense? Potentially. Twins both sides.
Oh, the referee was, yeah.
Let's see what the issue is. They're picking up the flag. So let's do it again.
And another stoppage of play here. Referees having to get together once again.
I have an idea, Matthew. Let's play football.
We would all like to see some football right now. The referees a little jumbled this first half.
I think they called 12 men on McClymonds, and they want 22 on the clock. They'll move it up to the 25. And it's 1st and 5. Yeah, 4 defensive back, about 17 yards off the line of scrimmage here, Mac. Three. Has his man Grizel, makes the catch, and he's going to be bumped out of play near midfield at the 49, 24-yard catch and run.
Looks like Bellarmine wants to put some points on the board here. As we talked about, momentum's so important, especially when it's going into the second half, and Bellarmine with a chance to get some momentum here for the second half, maybe even score some points if they're lucky.
16 seconds. They only need about 10 more yards to get into Tripp's range. Rolls out far side. It's going to tuck it. Got to use the timeout. Thankfully, you have 2 of those. But that was a longer play than it needed to be. Credit number 18, Sharky Tamale, on the sack. There's only 7 seconds remaining now, so maybe you could get 15 yards in 6 seconds. Kind of be rolling the dice. That was a 9-second play, though.
Got to get a quick passing play or some sort of quick play. Let Threet just get it out quickly. Seven seconds, you probably have enough time for a quick pass and then get down on the ground, call timeout, your last timeout, and then you get Tripp out there to try a long field goal.
Been sacked 5 times by our count. Those runs officially quarterback sacks. So here we go. 7 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 12 from the 48. See if Parker just airs it out, goes for a Hail Mary if they try to get one more quick play off. Yeah, they're going to try to throw over the middle, and it gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. And Charles Adams doing work. Called his name quite a few times. Got a mid up there.
He did have Griselge on that slant, but the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. And 4 seconds here, 3rd and 12, 1 timeout, 15 yards out of field goal range. I might just play it safe here.
See.
I don't think Bellarmine's going to play it safe.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of arm Parker Threet has here. A Hail Mary from the 48 of Bellarmine. He's a toss of 52 yards from the line of scrimmage to the end zone. He's going to toss it out. Oh, Bavone just threw his hands Might have heard footsteps there. A couple of
Yeah.
guys coming to put some pressure on him. Jimmy Bush there in coverage. And that'll do it for the first half. 14-0. Bells trailing the Warriors by 2 touchdowns. We'll take a break. Come on back with some Bell alums here at the half.
Reporting live, Nate Escalada, class of 2023.
So Ben Favre, class of 2023. We're excited to
be on here, be on the stream. Shout out to everyone watching at home.
Yes, sir. Very grateful to be able to join you all at home. Grateful to be on the stream tonight. So Ben, watching the McClymonds Warriors take on, your Bellarmine Bells here at home. What are the takeaways from the first half?
I just really think we couldn't get any momentum going on offense. I think we just need to sharpen up on blocks, and defensively, I think we're just getting put in bad spots. I think the defense has done a good job preparing for the game, but some small adjustments that we need to make at halftime. And I think that if our offense just picks up on getting those one blocks, and Parker just sets in the pocket, makes some throws that I know he can make, that I've seen him make so many times, then I think we're gonna be okay.
Agreed. Now, playing with this team, obviously, and knowing the personnel that we have, what are some key fixes you think we can make out of the second half?
I'd like to see us, do a little bit job crashing down on those kick out blocks from their offense. I see, our outside linebackers just need to stay tight to the line and, not let that running back get loose, because that kid, number 6, got speed,
For sure.
If you let him get a big, gap to run through, then it's going to be problems for our defense. We just got to – and then one other thing, we just got to shore up on those tackles too, because, a guy like that, it's easy for him to, make juke moves and, get out of tackles like that when he got that kind of speed. So just need to wrap up.
100%.
What would you say about the offense? How would you critique their first half?
Like you said, definitely struggling in the first half, but 14-0 ball game. It's anyone's ball game. I think the Bells just have to come out of the locker room with a 0-0 ball game mentality. Like I said, it's anyone's ball game, and just little fixes. Reese finding the hole. O-line really just sealing down their blocks, doing their job. Parker finding some wide open receivers. Just making big plays. It just really takes one play to have a great drive.
Yeah, definitely.
One play away. Then obviously we're back as alumni of Bellarmine football,
Yes, sir.
and we see a lot of alumni in the building.
Oh, it's
a lot
crazy.
of parents coming out to support. What are your thoughts on the crowd here tonight?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, San Jose City is just rocking tonight. It's just great to be back out here. The environment's the support is crazy. The environment is just always popping out here, and no matter what, doesn't matter, what's going on in the game. Everyone's supporting. You see alumni. See parents from like their kids not even playing, and they're just out here supporting. So it's just really cool to see the support. And as a player, I know for me, I definitely felt that. Throughout all the games, especially here, just that non-wavering support. This helps us play throughout all the 4 quarters.
Couldn't agree more, man. I mean, with both of us having the opportunity to play college football, obviously, it's going to be amazing. But the atmosphere of Friday Night Lights and putting on the Bellarmine Blues, nothing like, you'll ever experience. And
absolutely.
The amount of support from everyone here, like as I'm staring at my mom taking a photo of us, it's just, it's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Like the amount of support, not just here, but virtually online. Like I'm saying, thank you to all you on the stream, all my boys streaming.
Hey, shout out to Brandon.
Rooms.
Shout out to Braden. I know you guys are watching. Brandon
Brandon.
Brock, 33. He's on his way over here right now, coming down from Chapman. He's excited. He couldn't make it quite to the game. He'd be up here with us, but
Javon
I know
Reels.
he's watching.
Javon Reels, number 54. Yep. I know he's streaming from San Diego. Braden Canlin from Arizona, number 8. We have a lot of guys.
Yes,
Joey
sir.
Michaels.
Everyone, all the shout-outs.
Yes, everyone's watching. Even my boy Javian Thomas, alumni of alumnus of McClymonds football. Torched us last year at running back. My teammate now at Cal, but he's holding it down at North Texas for Cal. Couldn't be here tonight, but I was teasing him that Bell's definitely going to give them a run for their money, and I'm looking to have a 14-0 comeback tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm excited for the second half.
Exactly, man.
We saw last week, the first half kind of looked similar to this, but,
Exactly.
McClymonds is just definitely a little bit more scary on offense. They got a lot of weapons. They got speed. So if we can contain that a little better on defense, then our offense needs to put our defense in better spots.
100%.
We can't be giving them, the ball on our side of the field. It's just winning the field position battle is, half the game. Special teams is really so important. Shout out Connor Tripp, too.
Of course.
We need another 55-yarder or maybe a couple,
Specialists will definitely come in clutch tonight. And, to be honest, McClymonds is obviously a very talented team, but I'd say that they're not really beating us so far. I think it's a lot of us shooting ourselves in
Absolutely,
the foot.
no.
We have the
Absolutely.
talent, we have the work ethic, and, I've seen these boys work. They've put in all the time and effort to make this, into a W tonight.
Oh, I absolutely think that they're prepared. This new coaching staff really has gone full effort, 100%, 110% every single day, getting all these kids prepared, all the guys on defense, they know what to do. They know what to expect from, McClymonds, we just need to execute a little bit better. I think that we're ready. I think we're well prepared. I think we've watched the film. It's hard because it's their first game of the season. It's our second game, but just after playing them last year and just seeing their tendencies from last year, we just need to execute a little better. I think we're well prepared.
Of course. I couldn't agree more with you, Ben. 5 minutes left in this halftime.
Oh, let's talk about some of our best memories. What would you say top 2 games that you played in, or top 3 games from the past 2 years?
Last year it didn't end the way we wanted to in the state championship, but
I'd
have to say, I'm sorry, but I have to say the first half of that state championship was unreal, man.
First half was crazy.
2 touchdowns to this guy. One of them was like a 40-yard bomb. I think our team was really just clicking that game, and obviously, it kind of fell apart in the second half, and that's what I'm hoping happens to McClymonds in the second half.
Yeah, hopefully they can get a taste of our medicine.
Exactly, but
okay,
I think
number 2. What do you got? Pick a win maybe this time.
Man, I'd have to go.
A lot of great options. It's crazy.
It's a cliche. Everyone says, but I have to go Los Gatos.
Oh, come on. You can't not choose Los Gatos.
Yeah,
that's
so
like a top
Los
3
Gatos,
Bell game all time.
Fall of 2021.
Yes.
Fall of 2021, our
Yes.
junior year.
Yep.
Obviously ended with the heroic efforts of Brandon Brock,
That's
number
hit by
33,
Brandon.
tipping the ball up, and
that's
Thomas
crazy.
DiVittorio
Devo.
taking it 99 yards.
I've never
93 yards.
been in a crazier environment
No,
than that.
Absolutely insane. People were
Insane,
going wild.
ridiculous.
Chills throughout everyone. It was just a
That was
crazy night.
special.
Yeah,
That was-
then obviously extended our season. We would have
Yeah.
been done after that.
Absolutely. Okay,
How
number
about-
3.
how
What do we got? Top
Number
3.
3,
Come on.
I'd have to go with
I don't know.
2021.
Valley?
Ooh,
You came in after Wade, and then we
For
turned
me,
up on them.
it's got to be a close tie between Valley Christian 2021, my
Yep.
first start as a varsity quarterback, or our 2021 bout against the Central Catholic Modesto.
Oh,
Modesto
that's
Central-
a good one.
Central Catholic.
Dude,
I had
that's a good one.
Yeah, it was honestly-
2021 was crazy.
Yes, very very good games. I sealed the game there with the pick in the end zone.
Yes, that's classic.
First time in the paper, so it was a very
Yeah.
memorable,
Oh, yes,
very
sir.
memorable night for me. So,
Let's
what about
go.
you, 2-3? What were you thinking?
Obviously you can't not put Los Gatos.
Los Gatos is
And
a
I
crazy
think
game.
One game for me that was really special, just personally, was Menlo Atherton, my junior season. That first game of the year, we coming
First
out.
game.
We're not even in the Merc top 25.
No.
We're not even ranked. And
Completely looked over.
what?
Completely
Menlo
looked over.
Atherton, top 5, maybe number 2.
Yes.
And we just came out and we just put on a show. And, that
Ben
was
Foff hasn't mentioned it, but 4 touchdowns that game?
it was a good game for me. It just that second half, they
Wow.
really weren't ready for our run game. I hadn't really shown any film because I was not really playing sophomore year. I was hurt, so that first game, first varsity start at running back to put up those numbers in the second half, it was crazy. It was surreal. That was probably one of my best games, and just it being that first night and being so nervous to start on varsity against a team of that level with those kind of athletes was
Yes,
just
of course. Yes. No, that Menlo Atherton team was
Crazy.
stacked. Had the likes of Jeremiah Irby at corner and receiver.
Yeah.
My current teammate, Jalen Moss, who's now at Fresno State.
yeah, McLeod at QB,
McLeod at
Oh,
quarterback.
that team was
now
nice.
at Miami, Ohio. Just really good players
Oh,
all
yeah.
around. And 2-3
Absolutely.
didn't hold back.
It
put
was
on a
that
show.
was crazy. That was a crazy night. I think they slept on us, and I think we
Definitely.
showed them what was that
Definitely
was awesome.
one of the games that put Bellarmine kind of back on the
Oh,
scene in
absolutely.
the Bay Area scheme of high school
I'm trying
football.
to think of number 3 right now. That's tough. I
Many
might have
great
to go. Might have to go with CCS championship game, St.
Oh,
Ignatius.
Amazing
Hey,
game. Amazing game
Bells.
against the Wildcats.
Oh, that game
our
was
Jesuit
crazy.
rival.
Oh, just to win that CCS chip. I mean, there's nothing.
Insane.
That was our goal, and to overcome what we did during the season, and for that to be the result. We just never gave up. We really just trusted each other, and it was just a special moment to see it all pay off in that game.
Words can't describe the ups and downs.
Braden Cantlin forced the fumble. I know you're watching right now, Braden.
BJC.
BJC caused
Turned
the
that game
fumble.
around.
We get the ball back.
Hand off to Ben Foff. Touchdown.
Game-winning touchdown.
End the game.
8 and
Rings on our
23 in
fingers.
the paper.
Rings
The
on our
Merc.
finger.
That's just an iconic
Yeah.
moment. I mean, these are just memories I'll never forget ever.
First
I mean,
championship, first CCS championship in Bellarmine's history for a while.
yeah, I mean, it was just such a special, just our whole time on varsity. Just wouldn't have wanted to done it with any other coaches, any other players, any other environment. It was just such a special opportunity and experience.
100%. And every week in the locker room, I would tell the guys that the season's gonna fly by, and I'd never want to say that a game's gonna be my last. And
Oh, no.
our varsity, our senior season, we were able to max it out with 15 games. Very long
Crazy.
season.
That
but,
was crazy. We made the most of it.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
And I look forward to seeing a similar story with this team.
Oh, absolutely.
This team here. Like I said, I've seen these guys put in a ton of work throughout the off season, and I'm just excited to see it play off in the second half and throughout
Let's
the rest
go.
of the season.
Oh, I'm pumped for the second half,
The boys
baby.
have just finished up their stretching, getting warmed up.
Let's go. They're back.
I can see the game faces coming on, helmets
Oh.
strapping up,
Oh.
looking good. The Bellarmine Blues looking good here at SJCC tonight.
Oh man, this is gonna be a fun second half. I just got a feeling, I think we're gonna get the run game going.
Definitely.
I think we're gonna get Parker turning up. I think he's gonna make these throws. We're so close. I mean, Zay's got
Barely missing it.
right past his
Barely
fingertips.
missing
So
it.
I think we're gonna correct those mistakes. It's just the little things.
Exactly.
Makes
Just
all
a
the
few
difference
things
in the
gotta
world.
click.
Game of inches for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, should we throw it back to the? Oh, we still got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
What are we thinking?
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking the number one adjustment for like McClymonds might be?
Honestly, I
Yeah.
think McClymonds has been very solid, but
Yeah.
I've seen a few mental mistakes from their players.
No, I think that's definitely something that we should take advantage of in the
Yes.
second half.
very,
I think that they're a very fast and athletic team, but
100%.
it looks like just up from up here we got a couple more numbers than them. I think we need to wear them down.
Yes.
Get that run game going. Use we got Bennett at left tackle. Put it behind. Just run Reese right behind him. He's a big physical lineman. Committed to Yale. That's big time. We really got to trust him. Trust the big guys on our line. Just get physical, wear them down.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, McClymonds definitely a very athletic and disciplined team. Lower numbers than us, like you mentioned. So
Yeah.
I think definitely taking advantage of the stamina game.
Oh,
Wearing them down, their endurance.
that game last year. We got the student section riding the bus.
Student
Let's
section
go.
hopping in the bus.
Oh, that's a classic right there. Oh no, that
Miss this
McClymonds
environment,
game last year, that
Oh.
was crazy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, overtime at their place. That was a
McClymonds
crazy
definitely
game.
a tough team. I went down with an injury.
Oh
in the first
yeah,
half.
that was early.
I wish I could have finished that game, but
Yes.
obviously, they imposed their will on us, and we fought back. Some crazy plays in that game to turn into an overtime game. Only lost by a field goal, but
I wonder if Wilson's watching. Hey, shout out Wilson Pimentel. Game tying catch end of fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
McClymonds last
Yes,
year.
sir.
I hope you're watching, buddy.
So time's winding down, about 30 seconds on the clock, but the bells are looking locked, and I see Connor Tripp getting ready for
So,
kickoff. The McClymonds Warriors will be receiving the second half, so we have defense taking the field first, and your Bellarmine Bells are ready to roll, man. But it's been an honor to take
yeah,
over
it's been
halftime
awesome.
for you.
Happy to share some stories, get a little bit of analysis. It's been great. Wouldn't want to do it with
Ben,
anyone else, buddy.
It's been an honor.
And I'm gonna miss playing behind this guy at QB.
Serving 4 years in the backfield with this guy, and
Man, it's been
now
a
in
fun,
the
It's
booth.
been a fun ride. Now we're duo in the booth.
Yeah.
Off the field, up in the stands.
So we'll pass it off to your normally scheduled
Yeah.
segment, but it's been an honor.
Yeah.
5 out.
2, 3, out.
Back, folks, to San Jose City College here in the downtown heart of San Jose as we get ready to kick off the second half of this game between the visiting McClymonds Warriors and the Bellarmine Bells. I'm Matthew Suh, class of 24, accompanied by Santa Cruz Warriors broadcaster and Bellarmine alum Kevin Dana, class of 05.
Well, the Bells got their work cut out for them here in the second half, Matthew. And not only are they down 2 touchdowns, but McClymonds starting the second half with the football. And Tajir Golden has been very tough to stop. It's going to be a huge opening second half series for this Bellarmine defense.
So Tripp with a squib kick, and it's going to bounce off of McClymonds. And Bellarmine, unfortunately, not going to get that fumble there, but a strategic play by Connor Tripp.
Look, I like that. Look, you give up decent field position to Mac, but if that's not a touchback, a guy like Golden can take that back a long way. And also, you don't know how close to 100% Connor Tripp is after getting roughed up. If he doesn't get it to the end zone, which maybe he wouldn't have been able to, I like that decision. You almost get a fumble recovery there. It almost really worked out for the Bells.
So Bellarmine defense coming onto the field. McClymonds offense on the field. Number 10, Isaac Espinoza in at quarterback for the injured Jacob Wasso. Here's a run by Espinoza. Going to bulldoze a few guys for 5 yards. And a good start for McClymonds.
Yeah, Sharky Tamale, he was featured a little bit towards the end of the half. You can see he's a tough runner, strong kid, and got a nice head of steam there.
So McClymonds, Espinoza in the shotgun. Here's a quick handoff to Tamale, and looks like there's a flag on the field.
Couple of them thrown. Be in the area of a hold.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was pre-snap.
Let's see. Nothing jumped out to me.
This might be one where the referees...
Face mask.
And that's going to be on the Bellarmine Bells. So 15-yard penalty against the Bellarmine Bells. That will move up McClymonds.
Not what the Bells needed.
Not what the Bells needed. Here's Espinoza in shotgun. Gonna snap, quick handoff. Little reverse action to Golden. Golden's off, and Golden's off to the races. The 20, the 10, the 5, the 3, touchdown.
This kid's awesome. I love watching Tajir Golden run the football. Beautiful reverse. It got the defense shifted. Then this whole side of the field was wide open for Golden. Now, he still had to do a little work on his own. Had to juke out done there. But, man, that was impressive from Tajir Golden. This kid's already north of 100 yards. He's already got a couple of scores. I mean, the great day continues.
And what a start for McClymonds to the second half. Coming out with a bang. So Espinoza, the quarterback, is going to come out to kick the extra point. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick, and is no good.
That could be big later.
And it looked like it was a little bad hold.
You got the binoculars. I think that's Billy Ladd's. That number 30? Yeah, Billy Ladd blocked the kick.
Billy Ladd blocked the kick. So not the worst of outcomes for the Bellarmine Bells, giving up 6, but only 6.
Yeah, I guess you could say it was only 86% of the worst outcome. They didn't get 7. They only got 6. So they could have gotten 8, 75%.
So McClymonds leading the Bellarmine Bells 20-0 here. 10:59 left in the third quarter.
So obviously the objective coming out of halftime was not fulfilled for Bellarmine, giving up an opening drive touchdown. Look, you might have 6 possessions left in this game, 3 a quarter, potentially at most. So you got to be, you don't have to be perfect, but you got to be near perfect here if you're the Bells. This is a huge drive, to say the least, that's upcoming.
So Bellarmine, 2 returners in the end zone, Bavone and St. Laurent. Here's the kick by Espinoza. boots it into the end zone and out of the end zone for another touchback.
If he had a little more accuracy, he might have been able to put that through the uprights.
He's got a leg.
This guy's got a pierna and a half, man.
He has got a leg. So Bellarmine looking to stir something up on offense here and get some momentum. Haven't been able to put up any points. Been shut out since the first quarter. But the offense looking to get something started right here, right now.
I like the idea of a screen toss against an aggressive front.
Here's McKeever in the backfield. 3 under center. Here's the snap. Quick handoff to McKeever. McKeever trying to find a hole, and he gets stuffed in the gap.
Well, that defensive line, and look, that time it was Deron Morris. We have called Keon Quinney's name a lot. I think we were talking with Bellarmine stats people with the football program. They said Quinney had, what, 3 sacks in the first half?
I think that's right. 3 sacks for Quinney and a whole lot more of defensive pressure by this defensive line. And looks like one of the defenders for McClymonds is down right now with a Bellarmine athletic trainer. Might be cramped.
Yeah, hopefully it's just that. And look, this is their first game of the season, and David Diaz-Infante, head coach Bellarmine, was telling me, first game of the season, you're going to have guys that cramp up. That's just what happens at the beginning of the season. So this is their first week, and so this is to be expected. And hopefully it's nothing more than cramps. They help the kid up. You have a number on him? Is that Tamale?
Looks like number 18.
Yeah, it's Sharky Tamale. And he's been a very impactful player for the Warriors. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he can get back out there on the field.
Very versatile, as you said, playing running back and linebacker tonight.
Look, when you got 29 players, you pretty much better be able to play both ways.
So 3 in the offense back out there. St. Laurent lined up on the line of scrimmage. 3 in shotgun. McKeever right behind him at running back. Here's Fuqua in motion. Quick handoff to McKeever, trying to get him to the outside, trying to find a lane, and he cannot. And Bellarmine fans a little disappointed with the offensive production from Bellarmine so far tonight.
Well, last week we had number 25 as our mystery man for Menlo Atherton. This week it's number 24 as our mystery man. He is not on the official roster. That was on Max Preps.
And he's been making a couple plays these past few.
Unfortunately for us.
Unfortunately for us. Here's 3 under center. 3rd and 10, looking for the first. Drops back. Going to throw it deep, launching it to St. Laurent. Contested catch. An incomplete pass to St. Laurent. Creating a 4th and 10 for the Bellarmine Bells.
That was pretty well covered. That was solid one-on-one coverage by the D-back. Couldn't see the number from here. I don't have the binoculars, but just great coverage. Zane made a decent play on the ball, but that was great coverage.
So 9:40 left in the 3rd quarter as Bellarmine looks to punt it away on this 3 and out. Here's the snap. Trip with the punt. Boots it a mile. And William Pumua is going to avoid that one and let it roll to the 35-yard line.
I'm surprised. I thought that was touched at the 38. The officials kind of doing them a solid. Like, there's no way that football bounced from the 38 to the 36 on its own volition. From where I'm standing, I thought that should have been down at the 38, but Bellarmine will take the extra 2 yards. They could use it.
Bellarmine looking for another quick stop.
They did have a 3 and out in the first half that you're alluding to, but that does feel like a long time ago considering how the end of the first half played out and how the start of the second half has gone to this point.
Isaac Espinoza, the kicker / backup quarterback, back out there under center for McClymonds. They got the mystery man 24 playing fullback. And, of course, Tajir Golden at running back. Here's a snap, the handoff to Golden. Golden's going to rush through for a good gain of 8 yards.
Look, the book on this guy is that he was converting to running back this year. He did not have a lot of countable stats last year. Looking at my stuff really quickly, but man, if this is his first full year as running back, watch out.
Here's a snap, handoff to Golden again. He's going to try and cut for a first down, and he's going to get the first down at about the 50-yard line.
Now, I should say he did have 376 rushing yards last year, so maybe they're saying he's now the full-time starting running back, but man, yeah, he's good.
And looks like they're going hurry-up offense here. Another snap, this time to Golden again, and they're going to just shove him down at the for a gain of 5. So McClymonds playing a little up-tempo offense here, forcing the ball to Tajir Golden, letting him do everything. Here's the snap. Handoff to Golden. Actually, looks like that was William Umau. Gave Golden a breather on that play.
They are. This offensive line's impressive. Their running backs and Golden's been pretty much unstoppable. He's averaging 9 yards a carry on 16 totes of the rock.
Just seems like that offensive line's getting that surge every single play.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for McClymonds. Here's Espinoza under center. The snap, the handoff, play action. Espinoza's going to fire deep. He's got a man, and he's going to reel it in. That's number 2, William. And looks like they're going to call it incomplete as it hit the turf before he reeled it in.
Well, that was almost an awesome, awesome play.
And looks like he's injured on the play.
Well, to add insult to injury, it wouldn't have counted. There was an ineligible lineman downfield, an ineligible receiver. Lineman left the line of scrimmage a little too early.
So what could have been a huge touchdown for McClymonds gets called back and incomplete.
Yeah, so 2 different ways that wouldn't have counted.
Which in the first half, McClymonds only passed the ball 3 times, or attempted to pass the ball 3 times for 0 yards. Just giving the ball to Tajir Golden, the running back, running for 77 yards in the first half. 0 passing yards unofficially. Here's Espinoza under center. Handoff to Golden. Golden finds a lane outside, and he's going to keep chugging his way forward.
I mean, when you got a running back like Tajir Golden, 5-yard penalties that set you behind the chains don't mean a whole lot. When he's running, he's running. And look, if he's doing this against a WCAL school, imagine what he's going to do against an Oakland athletic team that McClymonds traditionally trounces by 50 to 60 points. Like, he's going to put up monster numbers this year.
Here's Espinoza, the handoff to Golden again, and Golden's going to keep plunging his way forward for another chunk gain.
Kid's unreal. This offensive line is unreal.
So that's going to end up moving the chains as McClymonds gets the first down here. 7:09 left in the 3rd quarter. McClymonds up 20-0 over Bellarmine.
And they've won 13 straight Oakland Athletic League titles. I do not believe this is the year that the streak gets broken.
Espinoza under center again. Here's the snap, handoff to Golden once again. Going to find a little hole to run and get a few yards on that play.
A little better from the Bellarmine defense. 2nd and 6 about coming up. Maybe 2nd and 7, depending on where they spot the ball. You can work with that. You know, they'll make it 2nd and 6.
So McClymonds sticking to their recipe of success in the first half. And looks like there is a penalty on McClymonds.
Sideline infraction.
Looks like one of the coaches or players stepped over the line, and the referees didn't like that.
Yeah, just a warning, sideline warning, I think is what they're saying.
So McClymonds will stay put. 2nd down and 6. Espinoza under center. 1 receiver set. Here's the snap. The handoff to Golden. And Golden's going to dive his way forward for a few yards.
A nice job by Charles Swall. We haven't called his name a lot. Actually, the first time we've called his name tonight. He's a guy that David Diaz-Infante gave a helmet sticker to, if you will, for his great work last week. Was consistently in the backfield, making big plays. David Diaz-Infante kind of singling him out. Aguilar and Ben Coulter for the work they did last week on the defensive side of the football.
1 receiver on the field for McClymonds, William Pu'umau out right. Tajir Golden in the backfield, Espinoza under center. Here's the snap. The pitch to Golden. Golden's going to rush to the outside, get the first down, and a little more.
Yep, the Bellarmine Bells aren't going to see too many running backs as good as Tajir Golden this year. This kid is fast, man.
And
He's
that
fast
offensive
out
line.
the gate. Yeah, and that O line. Yeah, they only have like 7 or 8 offensive line on their entire roster, and all of them can play. I mean, guy you really got to look out for, Ahmad Robinson, a tackle, big kid. He's impressive.
Here's the snap from Espinoza. No surprise. It's a handoff. This time to substitute running back Sharky Tamale in for Tajir Golden.
This works just fine for McClymonds. Nice long drive, shorten the game. You get a touchdown here, you're up 4 scores, and Bellarmine might not have 4 possessions left.
McClymonds' drive taking up a chunk of time on the play clock. 4:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 7. Here's Golden. Check back into the game at running back. Here's the snap from Espinoza. Fake pitch to the fullback, and Golden's going to rush in easily for another touchdown. 3rd of the day, unofficially.
Yeah, he had to hurdle a bell there at the end. Billy Ladd gave a nice effort there at the 1 or 2 yard line. But, yeah, 3 rushing touchdowns for Tajir Golden, and he's got 183 yards on 22 carries. So he's averaging 9.1 yards per carry. Or wait, no, I'm doing that math wrong. He's averaging over 8 yards per carry.
And
yeah, it's like 8.3.
That pretty much sums up the game so far as just Tajir Golden. It's been the Tajir Golden show tonight. They've been handing him the ball every single play. As we mentioned, only 3 pass attempts in the first half of the game.
They need a holder. Or no, they're gonna go for it, I think. Are they? They're trying to get some personnel
Looks
out
like
there.
they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Because their holder last time, number 24, the mystery man, did not get that clean of a hold.
Yeah, because their normal holder is currently their quarterback and kicker, so he needs to kick.
And it looks like now they're sending off number 75, Ahmad Robinson, in place of number 55, Kayon Quinney.
They're going for it. Bellman almost had 12 guys.
So 3 wide receiver out to the right, 1 to the left. Espinoza looks to pass. He's going to duck, try and run it in for 2. Can't find a lane. Going to try and gets tripped up at the 1 yard line. And no good on the 2-point conversion.
Incredible pursuit there by Jacob Tatum, not giving up on the play and just saved 2 points. So you're still down 4 scores. You got 16 minutes and 5 seconds to get 4 touchdowns. So basically you need about 2 to 3 minute touchdown drives in 3 and out them. And that is kind of the recipe to trying to win this game if you're Bellarmine. But even if you don't win, there's still a lot to play for here. It's still early non-league game, so it doesn't hurt you in the WCAL standings. And you want to get some positivity going because, look, you are going to be playing, while you might not face as many running backs as good as Tajir Golden the rest of the year, you're going to see a lot of good running backs in WCL. You are going to see teams just as good and better than McClymonds in the WCL. McClymonds is number 9, but Sarah's numero uno. And look, they're not alone. Valley Christian's primed to have a bounce back year. You know, St. Francis is going to be good. St. Ignatius, ballyhooed. So is Reardon. I mean, everyone besides Sacred Heart Cathedral is in the Bay Area News Group Top 25. So this is the kind of competition they're going to see week after week, and they got to get ready to perform at that kind of level.
That's a great point. As Espinoza looks to kick it off for McClymonds, here's the leg. And this time, another touchback. Pavone with the catch in the end zone. So Bellarmine offense looking to come out here and do something offensively. Haven't been able to get anything going tonight. Been a disappointing night of offense.
Look, this is Bellarmine's playing a grueling schedule this year. Not just the 7 league games, but Menlo Atherton top 25, McClymonds top 10, Monte Vista Danville top 10. Like, not going to get any easier next week in Danville in the East Bay.
Got a 3 wide receiver set. Griselge out to the outside on the left. McKeever by Threet. Here's the snap. Handoff to read option. And Threet's going to pull it back. Looked like that might have been the wrong read right there. And he's going to get sacked in the backfield.
Now, again, there's just nowhere for Parker Threet to go. Like, can't really fault him. And this defensive line has been aggressive as advertised. They've been very, very good. That's Deshaun Knight right there. Give him a shout out for the sack. Getting into the backfield.
As you mentioned, Threet having barely any time in the pocket tonight to even look downfield, look at his receivers, and he just gets swallowed up in the backfield. Fuqua, the tight end, in for this play. Here's Threet in the shotgun. Second down. Here's the snap. Drops back in the pocket. Looking for a man. He's got one, but he throws just shy of Dominic Griselge, number 11.
I'm not sure if he was expecting Dominic to come back in a little bit more on that route or if he just didn't put enough on it. But he was open a little bit. I mean, it wasn't the biggest window to throw it into.
So that'll set up Bellarmine for a 3rd down and 17 with 3:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Down 26-0 here at San Jose City College. Here's Parker Threet in the shotgun. St. Laurent on the outside, Griselge in the slot. Looks like maybe a false start on number 22 for McClymonds, Troy Hill. And the referees will talk about it.
That is an offside on McClymonds, which false start against Bellarmine does not help matters. Unofficially 4th accepted penalty, 25 yards. I say unofficially.
So 3rd and 22. Bellarmine in their own 10-yard line at the 5-yard line, their own 5-yard line. Threet in shotgun, St. Laurent to the outside. Here's the snap. Threet dropping back. Now he's going to run, use his legs a little bit, try and scramble for a few yards, and not going to get much there.
I mean, obviously came on 3rd and 22, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, but it was Parker Threet's best scramble of the day.
Number
And
oh, yeah.
I was just going to say, Matthew, you can see when he gets some open space, he can make things happen. There is no doubt about that. But this McClymonds defense has been on another level.
That was number 32, Jamil Shelby, on the sack or on the tackle. Here's Tripp to punt it away. Nice little punt. And Tajir Hill is going to misread that. Try and return it for a little yards. Be running backwards.
Block in the back, too. So the net yardage on this is going to be incredible. Punted what, from the 17? That was like taken at the 30. What was that? It's a 53-yard punt, -4 on the return, and I think a 10-yard holding penalty's coming up. They're going to completely flip the field here. That was a really nice special teams play with the block in the back, and that is what they signaled our officiating crew.
So the officiating crew trying to line up the ball with the penalty applied.
And these are the things you can build on if you're the Bells. Try to get as many positive plays, as many positive snaps as possible in the final quarter and change.
1 minute 48 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Because, look, even though McClymonds up big, they have no choice but to play like their first or second teamers. They're not going to be going up against deep reserves. So you're still going up against the cream of the crop of McClymonds. So if you can make big plays down the stretch, even if you're down big, you're still doing it against top-level talent. That could bode well for the future.
Here's Espinosa back out there at quarterback, looking to hand it off. This time to Sharky Tamale, number 18, and he's going to go for a ride here.
Yeah, he's not bad either.
He's not bad either. Got a few good blocks, and there is a flag on the on the play.
Yeah, back at the 30. Look, if they pick up the flag, it's a 46-yard run. I mean, they're balling. But it is coming back. It's a hold.
Tough loss for Sharky Tamale right there on that huge run.
It's unfortunate.
But a big break for the Bellarmine Bells.
Yeah, the hold came downfield like the 29-yard line, so I think they're gonna mark it off from there. If I'm, let's see. Yeah, they're gonna put it at the 21. Okay, so still like a gain of 5 on that play.
So 1:33 left. And here's a handoff, unsurprisingly, this time to number 18, Sharky Tamale.
He's a tough runner. You could tell. He takes a couple of tacklers to bring him down. He's running through tacklers. He's going forward. He's not going back. When he takes contact, he falls forward.
So 1:17 left as the clock ticks down to 0 here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for McClymonds. Here's Espinosa in shotgun this time. Here's the snap, looks to pass, going deep. Got a man downfield, and that's going to be number 9, Rajon Duncan for the touchdown.
Broken cover, busted coverage that play. Beautiful throw by Espinosa. And we saw Duncan in the first half. He's a speedster as well. And he took off, and no one could catch up to him.
And that might be the final dagger here to Bellarmine as the crowd is starting to slowly leave the stands.
And a 71-yard toss.
He's got the arm and he's got the legs.
Espinosa acquitting himself pretty well as your backup QB. 3 for 4 for 92 yards and a touchdown. Again, they have to go for 2 basically because their number 1 holder is their
Mr.
kicker.
Espinoza.
Their number 2 holder is hurt. Their number 3 holder didn't get a good hold off. So they got to go for this. Is not running up the score, folks. This is like literally the only thing McClymonds can do. So don't complain about Matt going for 2 here. They have to do this.
So Golden lined up outside as a wide receiver coming across the field. Here's a snap. Looking for the man in
That's
motion,
beautiful.
and that is
Such
number
a good play
5, Redmonte Albert. First time calling his name tonight.
That was unreal play design right there. I mean,
Looked like something you'd see in the
kind of
NFL.
Yeah, kind of like a pick play, if you will.
Put the man in motion and
Yeah.
just toss it. So Redmonte Albert, a wide receiver and defensive back for McClymonds. Senior this year, 5'10", 175 pounds. 42 seconds left in the third quarter here at San Jose City College, as McClymonds takes the field to kick off.
Look, they're putting up 34 through 36 minutes against Bellarmine. You read some of the scores they had last year, McClymonds in league play. 52-0, 67-8, 60-6, 60-0 in a playoff game. Oh. Watch out, Oakland Athletic League. Gonna be more of the same, it looks like. And this is just week 1 for them.
They're just getting started.
Yeah.
And what a great start for them tonight. Espinoza, the man who can do it all, going to go ahead and kick it off the tee. And we'll see if he hits another touchback here. And there's the kick.
Yeah, I'd try to put this through the uprights if I was him.
Almost. It had the distance,
yeah,
just
a
not,
little wide, right?
not the angle. But
Yeah, because they moved it up. There was a 15-yard penalty. I didn't see what the penalty was for, but some sort of personal foul or unsportsmanlike deal. Here, look, this is apropos of nothing. This is what you talk about in a 34-0 game. I say if you could put it through the uprights from the kickoff, your team should get 1 point. That's a Dana rule that I would like to see implemented.
I would like to see that too, and maybe get Bellarmine their first point of the game.
I'm just throwing it out there to the ether.
Defeated Bellarmine offense is back on the field. Parker 3'd in shotgun. McKeever right by his side. Fuqua in the slot. Griselge outside looking for play action. Quickly
It was there.
hits Griselge and he slides.
He had him. Just
Looks like he slipped.
throws a little low, a little behind. It was there though. It was open. Just couldn't execute as well as they needed to on that play.
Just a tough night offensively for
Yeah.
Bellarmine as a whole. And some guys with some drops, some bad throws, and
It happens.
it's all adding up. So second down and 10. Great looking to get a pass here. Here's a read option. He's going to keep it himself. Rush to the outside, but not for much before he gets brought down by number 32, Jamil Shelby.
And Shelby's had a nice night, the linebacker. He's been involved in a lot of plays defensively.
19 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll see if Bellarmine opts to run the clock out.
Looks like they're going to try to get one more play off, potentially. Might have time.
6 seconds.
And it's not going to happen.
And that's going to conclude the end of the third quarter. 34-0 McClymonds Warriors on top. Bellarmine Bells with 0. We'll be back in the fourth quarter on YouTube. got bad really fast. Really pulled.
All right, fourth quarter about to begin. 3rd and 4 from the 26. Kevin Anna Matthews sub with you. Now, this was a 7-0 game deep into the second quarter, and then Mac High really took off. Here's 3rd and 4 for the Bells. 3 out of the gun. Looking over the middle field, he is going to take off. Stays behind the line of scrimmage. Evades a couple of tacklers. Evades a third. Now he's kind of stopped in his tracks, and it's going to be a monster loss of about 18 yards. Finally finished off there at the end of the play by Charles Adams, and Troy Hill just didn't stop pursuing.
And for a second there, it looked like 3 might have some room to run, but the McClymonds defenders just closed in so quickly. He had nowhere to go, just eaten up by that aggressive McClymonds defense.
And it'll be an 18-yard loss on the sack. But as we were talking off the air, Matthew, like this was a close game well into the second quarter. Then McClymonds flipped the switch.
Just decided to pound the football in the running game, and Bellarmine's defense got tired, and the score blew up quickly.
There is an injured Warrior down at about the 41, 42-yard line. I do not have a number on him, but he is slowly getting up. Looks like it's Jimmy Bush, number 1. And this does not appear to be a cramp. This appears to be a little more serious. He needs help walking off the field. I hope he's okay. Actually ran into Jimmy Bush's aunt before the game. Very nice family. Walked in the gates with them. They're their first time here at San Jose City. Not a place you go to much if you are 40 miles away, unless you were to play the Bells. So a chance to talk to his family quickly. And hope he's all right. All right, so triple booted away. 4th and a mile. Good snap.
Great punt.
Yeah, very nice punt. Sending Golden back a little bit. He'll return it from the 47. A lot of room to roam. Nice hit there by Charles Swall, making a special teams tackle. It's going to be about a 15-yard return, and the Warriors will have it inside the Bells' 40-yard line on this next drive, so fantastic field position. You got to find some sort of motivation. You got to play for pride here if you're the Bells. You're not going to win this game. This is pretty much mathematically over.
You got to finish on a strong note, though. I do agree with you on that. At least a field goal. Get some points on the board.
What was it? Colts-Vikings last year was like a 35-point comeback or something? 33?
I think it was 35-33 at halftime, and the Vikings came back in overtime, or maybe for the 4th quarter.
Espinoza under center is going to hand it off. It's Sharky Tamale. All sorts of room to roam, and he might be gone. Done the last guy. Can't get to him.
Wow.
It's a 39-yard touchdown run for Sharky Tamale, and it is 40-0 McClymonds.
Right as we thought that this game couldn't get any worse, and it just did. 40-0. The Bellarmine Bells currently being shut out by McClymonds High School. And this great running offense.
Back in the day, I don't know if they have this rule anymore. They used to have a running clock when it got beyond 35 points in the second half. $11:14 to go. And again, McClymonds has no choice but to go for 2. Espinoza, high formation. And we got a pre-snap whistle. False start.
Just a tired and depleted Bellarmine defense out there right now, getting beat up by the McClymonds run game. After Tajir Golden's night was over, Sharky Tamale came in and just started where Golden left off.
Yep. And in motion, Puamau. Espinoza escapes a couple of tacklers, and he's going to run out.
Just had nobody on that play.
So they're 1 for 4 on 2-point conversions. Bells have that is one positive. They have kind of shut them down more or less in that category.
Yeah, Bellarmine just looks tired at this point. They look gassed, heads down.
Understandable. Been a rough game.
See if they can make something positive out of the ending here. Tack on a big play or a couple of points.
Well, we'll see what David Diaz and Fonte elects to do here personnel-wise, down 40 in the fourth quarter. If he wants his first teamers to get some positive reps, try to get some positivity going into the Monte Vista game next week, or if he wants to avoid injury concerns and go with Nick Weber and crew. For what it's worth, Parker Threet does have his helmet off right now. And Nick Weber is closer to the field of play. I think might be it for Parker. We'll see. He just didn't have a lot of time to do much today. Had a couple of nice plays. Made some good throws. A couple of passes got dropped. Started with the first play. Screen toss dropped. Here's another one that reaches the end zone. Oh, or not.
Pavone's going to return this one and get swallowed up.
Troy Hill, first guy to him, eventually finished off. Jalen Servius there. There's Jamil Shelby. He's made a lot of tackles. So first 10 from the 17. Let's see who goes out there at quarterback for the Bells. In that huddle, it is not going to be Parker Threet. It will be Nick Weber. So Parker's day is done. See what Nick Weber can do. Try to orchestrate some offense here in the fourth quarter. And the clock is running now, we should say, at 9:40 and counting. So, yeah, still running clock. Not the most in sync scoreboard. It misses seconds from time to time, and like 5 seconds will come off. So Weber out of the gun. Got Grizel in motion. Going to hand it off. Reese McKeever. And again, quickly in the backfield, that's number 50, Deshaun Knight. As McKeever gets a minimal gain of 2.
That was Nick Weber's first snap in a varsity football game for Bellarmine.
Congratulations to Nick.
The junior, 6'2", 190 pounds.
Figure to have the inside track on the starting quarterback job next year in 2024. The Parker Threet being a senior.
This is his time to show Bellarmine what he can do.
High snap. He's going to hand it off. McKeever. Well, more room to roam this time. Takes some tacklers forward to the 25 for eventually getting spun down there by Jawan Hudson. Gain is 7. Unofficially, 11 carries, 18 yards for Reese McKeever. 8 minutes to go. Crowd thinning out here.
McKeever averaging 1.63 yards per carry. Not the best, not
Yeah.
what you want to see, but then again, the whole offense has been down tonight.
Morgan Flores in the backfield in the pistol behind Weber. Handoff, Morgan Flores hit in the backfield. And it's Hudson again, Jawan Hudson. Nice TFL. And looks like, yeah, the Bells are going to punt here after the loss on that play of about 3.
Flores just had no shot there.
Yeah.
No room to run.
Puamel back deep to return. Tajir Golden's day is done. Got about 7 minutes to go. Bellarmine started with 2 home games. They are not here until October 6th, deep into WCAL play. Bobbled the snap a little bit. Trip's going to lead to a bad punt. It's going to be about a 15-yard punt. So there is an "I believe that we will win" chant from the Yell leaders here.
The home crowd.
Gotta appreciate the enthusiasm and the positivity. So they're at Monte Vista Danville next week. Then you got your pre-WCL play bye. They're at Valley Christian on the 23rd, against SI on the 26th in San Francisco. Then they're home against Reardon. I mean, it is not an easy schedule. But there are wins to be had for the Bells, especially after an impressive win over Menlo Atherton. 6:05 to go. 4 receiver set here. Maud Robinson, the right tackle. Hand off, a new running back, Adon Dent. Gets sent back in the backfield. Good play there by number 54, Henry Clark.
Just a big guy for Bellarmine. 6'2", 215 pounds, and he's only a junior, so he's still got 1 more year of varsity football behind him. In front of him, I should say.
Loss of 3 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 13. Well, if you can finish this game with a defensive stop and then a score, yeah, a minor win to end this game. 2nd and 13. 5 minutes to go. Hand off. That'd be just past the original line of scrimmage, about a gain of 5. That was Dominic Davis, number 20.
And it looks like Bellarmine subbed in number 71, Bennett Anderson, their tackle on offense, who committed to Yale recently.
Yeah, big time congratulations to him. Be playing some Ivy League football in the fall of 2024. Great to have Nate Escalada, who's on the Cal team. Ben Pfaff at halftime. Great to hear from those guys. Been a heck of a running back here. 3rd and 9 coming up. And nowhere to go. Dominic Davis spilled. Ben Coulter, Bennett Anderson combined on the stop.
Smothered him in the backfield.
It's going to be no gain there for Davis. Even a loss maybe, depending on, yeah, looks like a loss of 1. Now what do they do here on 4th and 10? There another injured player? Looks like a Bellarmine trainer's going out to the other sideline. Yeah, they're going to look at Ahmad Robinson on the clock. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 10 from the 38.
Try and get some passing reps.
Yeah, again, backup quarterback. Want to get him some reps. Swall almost got there. Pass falls incomplete. Oh, and might be a late hit. Yeah, roughing the passer.
Wow.
So that'll prolong the drive, and probably it might take away any opportunity the Bells have at getting the football back with this running clock. I don't think you're going to be in the business of calling timeouts. A 40-0 ball game. So you'd like to see the offense get one more crack at it here.
It's a huge penalty
Yeah.
against Bellarmine. Costly penalty.
Yeah, one that even in a 40-point game, you know David Diaz-Infante is not going to like. Something that will be talked about in film study, I imagine. 1st and 10, they spot the ball at the 24. Dominic Davis, the running back. Don Dent in the slot for 24, the mystery man, opposite side of the field. Hand off Davis. His best carry of the evening. Or second best carry, I guess. Going to be about a 3-yard run. His third toe to the rock as we come up on 2 minutes to play. Game has maybe 3 more snaps in it.
Tough loss for Bellarmine, but at least it's not the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can learn from this. It's early on in the season. You started off 1-0, so you're not down 0-2 to start the season. You're going to be at 1-1.
Victory formation here for the Warriors. A little kneel down. So yeah, now you got Monte Vista Danville coming up. Monte Vista is a good team. So it is not going to be easy game for them. Most recent top 25, Monte Vista was ranked 16th. Bay Area News Group top 25. I think I said they were 8th earlier. I was incorrect. They are in the top 20, though. Still a very good opponent. Got to snap it one more time if you're Mac High. A delay a game called against McClymonds. And they're going to run the clock, and I think they're just saying game over, more or less. Yeah. They're going to line up at midfield. This one's done. Tough loss for the Bells. I'll say this, though. McClymonds looks very, very good, Matthew.
McClymonds looked really good, especially in the run game early on. Tajir Golden coming out and making a statement at running back. As you said, he made the transformation and transferred to the running back position. And McClymonds looked really good on offense, even when their starting quarterback, Wasso, went down. Isaac Espinosa came in and stepped it up. And he did a great job for the second half and part of the second quarter for McClymonds.
So Espinosa showed off the good leg. He was 3 for 4 as a passer, 92 yards, 71-yard touchdown pass there late in the game to Rajon Duncan. And we do got to talk a little more about Tajir Golden. This kid is the truth. 22 carries, 183 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns.
I mean, that's something that you think of, in your fantasy dreams, right, for fantasy football. But Tajir Golden making this look like Little League for football and just blowing up Bellarmine's defense and sending them home very, very defeated and deflated tonight.
All right, so what does Bellarmine got to do to turn it around for Monte Vista next Friday?
Bellarmine's got to go home. They've got to study the film. They've got to watch the film and see what they can improve on defense and on offense. I think on offense, they need to make some more cleaner throws, and the timing needs to be a little better on some of these throws. And then on defense, you got to really make sure that you can make those tackles and make those plays in space, and you're not giving up chunk yardage to these running backs every time they rush the ball.
All right, so we will not see you until October for the Reardon game on October 6th. But a big thank you to everyone involved in this broadcast. Faculty Representative Brad Lindemann, of course, behind the scenes. Got Andrew Enriquez and Owen Simon, both class of 2024, running the show. He's Matthew Suck, class of 2024. I'm Kevin Dana, class of 05 at Bellarmine. Final score, final time, Mac High 40, Bellarmine nothing. We'll see you in a month, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Bellarmine Varsity Football on the Bellarmine Sports YouTube page. Have a good evening, everyone.